What is up, YouTube? I missed you guys, man. It's been a long time, but I'm back and let's go kill it today. We're back. It is July 22nd and we're going to go crush the MLB. It's the second half of the MLB season, so let's get straight into it. But before I go off and start dropping some of these props, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and comment what you guys think about some of the plays, what you guys like today. I would love to hear what you guys got going on. I want a little bit of a break. Was traveling, focusing on the Instagram, just growing everything, obviously serving whoever's been a part of the team. And right here behind me, I have one of my pages where you can get any of my picks. And since I'm back on YouTube, for anyone that's listening, I got something special in the description. So if you're watching and you want to get something absolutely insane, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Go to that description right now. Use that code and go on this page. It'll give you a direct link here. You can get one of the plans and you'll be surprised. It's going to be an insane deal to start the week off right. And whoever is actually listening to these videos will get access to this for, I guess, absolutely free, man. So let's get straight into it, guys. Let's talk about some props that I am looking at right now. If you guys actually want everything I give out to premium and to all my clients, get a package for the week, the day, whatever. But these are just spots that I think are good if you're looking to bet today. So again, guys, these are not absolute, throw the house on anything. These are spots. It's early in the morning. I do think these are good places where we can definitely make some plays. But it's all about the matchups. And again, the pitchers, the umpires, the weather can all change. So just be careful when you're making your bets. All right, guys? So let's go straight into it, man. The first guy I want to talk about is, if you want to put a two-leg together, I think you could definitely do it with these plays. And the first guy we definitely got to talk about is my boy, Cole Ragans of the Kansas City Royals. Kansas City Royals, Cole Ragans, he's one of their ace pitchers, man. I think the Kansas City Royals are really going to do something big this year. They have a good chance to make it all the way, at least get into the playoffs. Very competitive team. They have good hitting and some pretty good pitchers, and Cole Ragans is one of those guys. I like his over 17.5 outs. These odds up here are not correct. It's really, if you look at all the lines, minus 215, minus 200. Prize Picks, I mean, I don't know if it still exists at 17.5. I imagine they probably move it to 18. But you can't even see the alternative lines yet. But, Cole Ragans, he pitches deep into games. If you look at his last few games, Boston, Colorado, go below. Boston, Colorado, 7 innings pitch. He had a tough outing against Cleveland. I actually bet against him that game. We had Cleveland, I think team total over. They crushed him. And then other games, 6 innings, 7. So on average, he's been pitching around 6 innings. So, I mean, if you get this, he has to get 17.5 outs, which is equal to, he gets 18 outs, pitches through 6, you're going to cash. So I love this play, man. I think he has a tough matchup, I'm not going to lie, against Arizona, who has been pretty good against left-handed pitching so far in the season. And even in the last 30 days, I would not personally go over 17.5 outs. If they start getting tricky with the 18.5, I can see him going through 6, maybe getting into some trouble with some of these guys. And you look at his pitch mix against some of these players, they have pretty decently high batting averages against some of his pitch mix, the fastball, even the changeup. He's done a little bit better, but for the most part, I do think Cole Ragans, he's been 80% in the last 5, 75% in the last 20. So that's the reason why, if you actually look at the odds for these other books, minus 250, minus 200, I mean, he's probably going to go through 6. Whether he goes into the 7th inning and starts pitching, it really depends, because it depends on how he does against this lineup, man. Arizona's a tough team to pitch against, man. They don't strike out that much. They force walks. They force you to pitch, but he does pitch. He gets a big leash, man. He pitches 100 pitches, 106, 93. I mean, on average, he's pitching around like 102 pitches. So, I mean, that's positive if you're betting outs. Other things you could look at, for sure. You could look at the Ks. I mean, look at his Ks. Again, like I said, Arizona's a tough team to pitch against. I mean, they have his Ks right now at plus money. It's over 6.5. I mean, he definitely can get there. But again, like I said, Arizona's been a tough team to pitch against. Over the last 30 days, though, not the most highly ranked. But nonetheless, I do think that there is an opportunity to get the outs or even the over in the Ks, but we get 5.5. I don't think this exists at minus 119. This is definitely wrong. Yeah, minus 205. So I'd rather go with his outs than his strikeouts. But obviously, I think he's gonna pitch a good game. He's in a good position pitching at home, where it's his better spot among all other positions. So that's part of the first leg that I will do in one of these DFS apps, like Sleeper and Chalkboard. I'll leave some promo codes and links down below. If you guys do want to sign up, get $100 in a deposit match, and if you do sign up, I'll give you a week free in premium. So this will be leg one for something that I would do on one of those apps, or even on FanDuel and DraftKings. Cole Ragans outs. But obviously, so the next one in the second leg that I'll probably look at is Tarik Skubal and his outs as well. Another one of the ace pitchers for Detroit, and Detroit has been absolutely killing it, man. They've been absolutely killing it. They did lose their last game against the Blue Jays, but I mean, they've been very, very competitive, man. Just like the Royals, I do think, Detroit's definitely not as good. They don't have the same amount of batting explosion that the Royals have, but Tarik Skubal is definitely one of the top tier pitchers, and it gets me a little nervous though, because when you're always backing these top tier pitchers, the expectations are so high, and when they do fall in their face, it hurts. But just like Cole Ragans, man, I mean, he averages about 6 innings pitched. He also gets a pretty long leash, so if you look at his the amount of pitches he gets, 100, 93, 94. So you don't gotta be too nervous. He pitches 80 something pitches. Like, he'll pitch through 6, which is why, again, these odds are wrong. But I would add him to another leg. So you could do Tarik Skubal outs. You can put him and Ragans together. I think it'll come out to probably like plus 100 or minus 110. And I think he'll go through 6 innings, even though the matchup isn't the best. So if you look at Cleveland's one of the toughest teams to pitch against, man. We did talk about last one, Ragans. He got rocked by this Cleveland Guardians team. But to be honest, I mean, as of late, the Cleveland Guardians have not been hitting super well. The thing is, I will back Tarik, because I think Tarik's one of the top tier pitchers. In the beginning of the year, he was almost untouchable. He's gotten touched up here and there. Man, we see against Atlanta got touched up. KC did get to him as well. I remember this game. I backed KC in this game as well. But I do think playing on the road, it's not his best split, but he's been pitching so well, man. Look at Los Angeles, 18 outs. Cincinnati, 21 outs. Minnesota Twins, really tough team this year. Low strikeout rate compared to last year. He got 18 outs there as well. And then against the Phillies, which I think this is without Schwarber and I forget the other guy's name, and Harper. But nonetheless, pitched a really good game there as well. So I like over 17.5 outs. I would not touch this at 18.5. They'll play some games again. Probably if you want to do this as a single. Another thing you could look at is maybe his strikeouts, but kind of like Arizona, he has Cleveland's a really tough team to strike out against. So plus money over 6.5. You want to do 5.5. It's gonna be this lines are wrong. It's gonna be juiced up. So I'd rather take the outs and the strikeouts, because I do think if he gets 6 strikeouts, he's probably pitching pretty well, and he's gonna go through 6 innings. So yeah, man, if I was to lock it in together, I would do Tarik Skubal and Ragans on their outs. It'll give you around a minus 110, minus 120 maybe, or even plus 1, depending on which book you combine it on. But nonetheless, guys, if you guys do want to get the rest of my plays, or the plays I'm actually going to be giving out to all my clients, I do think these are good spots they could use on these apps like Chalkboard and Sleeper. And again, if you want something special for everyone who's tuning in, go on that pinned comment or the description down below. I put a link and a promo code for something super special. This is going to be a one-time thing, so you better not miss out. Let's go run it up, guys. We've been on absolute fire in the MLB, 12-3 last week. And let's go get them again, guys. I'll talk to y'all soon.